Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. Carla Marie is getting those drinks ready to celebrate the fact that we just got through level 5 of the boost train before the show even started. So thank you very much to everybody. She is back in person, by the way, from Arizona. And it is my battery daddy full. My battery daddy is right here. It's pretty heavy. Got all those double A's over there. Good assortment of, what do I got? 9 volt, some C, some AAA, and then some really weird shaped ones. And does Carla Marie have a voice? It was a little scratchy yesterday. We'll see how it sounds today. Let me update the main page real quick because it did not update on its own. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Kind of just chooses what it wants to do whenever it wants. Interesting. There we go. How is everyone doing? And let me know where you are checking in from in the chat. Oh, there's Carla Marie. Pigtails and all. Right, those are pigtails?
It's hair wash day.
It's hair wash day? So what does that mean?
I had to wash my hair after my workout.
But are those pigtails?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
You're not feeling good? Are you going to talk or what are you doing? What is going on?
I got the slumber party giggles still.
Well, this ain't a slumber party. This is a morning show.
Oh my god! I'm thinking we're turn this to a night show called a slumber.
By the way, Carla Marie, we have already surpassed Boost Train level 5.
I need a minute.
Shake it up, girl. Let's go.
I am not shaking anything up until I get this Pedialyte in my water bottle.
I feel like you're acting more out of sorts today than you were when I picked you up.
Well, I'm a Kinderlight girl, but this will do.
I don't think they had Kinderlight at Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer's. What is it?
Fred Meyer.
Fred Meyer. Okay.
You could say, like, if Fred Meyer has a brand of something, you could say I like Fred Meyer's cheese better.
That makes sense.
Hold, please.
This is fun. This is good stuff.
Ooh, I'm going to start calling it Hair of the Cat. Thank you, Heather.
Go for it.
All right.
Now, do you go straight Pedialyte or do you mix it with water?
There's water in there.
Okay.
I can't. Ugh. It's also just
What about when you have
sugar.
Kinderlight? Do you mix it up?
I mix it with water, but their powder version, I don't mix. Well, obviously mix with water, but I don't water it down.
Let's see. Wendy in Virginia said liquid IV works. So
Too much sugar in there for me.
I was actually, when I was at Fred Meyer yesterday, I was thinking about just getting liquid IV because Carla Marie said she wanted some Kinderlight. They didn't have it there. I was like, what about liquid IV? The little box that has like 6 packets?
So expensive.
It's like $9.
It's always been so expensive. That's why I love Kinderlight.
That's
Way
why we
better.
should all just drink pickle juice.
Okay.
It's got all the electrolytes in there, just like a Gatorade or a Kinderlight or a Pedialyte. Just drink pickle juice.
Okay.
And it's delicious.
Oh, Costco's a good idea to come with.
That's what I'm going to look for when we... Okay, so they do have liquid IV there? That's good to know.
Why didn't Battery Daddy get it while he was there?
Because I'm not the IV daddy.
That's weird.
I'm the battery daddy.
Ooh, let's start an IV business and call it IV Daddy.
Let's see. Vicky said Costco had a good offer on liquid IV last month. Also, Fred the Mailman had a good suggestion for you, Carla Marie.
Yeah.
He said he does rum and Coke. It works for him.
No.
Hair of the cat, if you will.
So no one even knows about the chaos that ensued because the last time we were live was
chaos of what?
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
At the bachelorette party.
All right, well, let's take the shot first. Let's do things in order here.
I don't think I have intestines left.
That's fine. And Mishi said that's where she bought her liquid IV. All right, Costco's. I don't know. Maybe for the rest of the year, I'm going to see if I can only shop at Costco.
Yeah, but we don't need that size of everything.
Yeah, but what if I just limit what I eat and get big portions of all of it? Like, right, I'll just do for a whole week. I'll just do like chicken breast and spinach, or chicken breast and broccoli.
And what is the point of this?
Just to like save money and not spend money anywhere else.
Are we saving money though? Because we drop about $400 every time we go there.
Yeah, but that's because sometimes we buy things we don't need. Like I'm not buying those alcoholic ice pops anymore.
Yeah, because they're still in our freezer.
Yeah, they weren't really. I mean, they were okay. They weren't great. And also because there's alcohol in them, they melt so quickly. Like we were a block into a walk and they were all liquid. And granted, it was the middle of the summer.
Questions about Kinder Light. It is better than Pedialyte, not the same brand. It's created by doctors. It's got less sugar and more, like when you compare it side by side, it's got all of the vitamins that your kid...
It says lush sugar? What does that mean?
Sugar.
Oh, less.
And it's got all the vitamins that your kid needs. And me.
Your kid and Carla Marie.
So we're having caramel apple again this week.
Wendy from Brooklyn, good morning. Thank you to everyone throwing in some shot glass emotes in the chat. You can do that if you are a subscriber to our channel. Carla Marie, cheers to you.
I just saw myself.
Cheers to everyone who supported the stream. And, of course, cheers to our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club for providing the cocktails. That one's easy. Oh, Sam's in the chat. Sam, whose bachelorette party Carla Marie was celebrating this past weekend in Arizona.
Man.
Her question to you, Carla Marie, was, how are you still drinking?
It's a really great question, Samantha. For the people.
You're drinking for the people?
I do it for the people.
That's always kind of you.
Where do I start talking about this weekend?
Wherever you want. Maybe the beginning.
Oh, the beginning. Well, I guess up until, like, you knew we went out to dinner Friday night because I talked about it on the show.
Yes.
So we did that. Then
Thursday night. We did the show on Thursday.
Wednesday night we went out to dinner.
Okay.
So we talked about the show Thursday. Thursday, what did we do after the show? Oh, I worked out. Then we went to brunch.
Right.
As soon as we got back from brunch, we had to get ready to go on our Sunset Jeep tour, which started at 4 p.m. And they had told us that, like, we're probably not going to be able to drink on this tour because I guess they don't really allow that anymore. But we get to the Sunset Jeep tour, and they're like, oh, go ahead. There's a liquor store around the corner. Okay.
Well, because it's just an extended Jeep, right? It's kind of like a party bus with an open top.
Yes, but you're not supposed to drink until you get into the desert because they have to drive on the regular road first.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you want to drink on the more dangerous roads when it's bumpier.
Oh, I should actually have sent you this video. I got flown in the air. My seatbelt flew off in the middle of these bumps.
That's not safe.
I've never had this happen to me before in my life, but it was so much fun. So we go into this store, and we're all looking around like, well, what are we going to get? You know, what do you want to be drinking on this thing? And then I turn the corner. And what do I see? Buzz balls.
Buzz balls are always a bad idea. Just so everyone knows, they don't taste good. There's a lot of alcohol in them, and they look like little juice cups for kids.
I was
so
covered
you think
in
you
it.
Could drink a lot.
I was covered in it by the end of it because it was so sticky from all the bumps. So I got 2 buzz balls, and I was set.
Were you buzzing?
I peed in the desert twice. We ate a cactus. We learned so much. Do you know how much a cactus weighs, one of those with arms?
I'd assume they all weigh a little bit different.
Yeah.
But an average weight, I don't know, 5 pounds.
1 to 2 tons. What are we talking about? Succulents or cactuses?
I figure they're like hollow, right? Because they hold water.
That would make them not hollow. Hollow would be nothing inside.
No, they can have nothing inside.
No, they always have water inside.
Oh, okay.
And 1 to 2 tons. Can you believe it? And you can't move them unless you get someone to come do it for $1,000 or more. They like thousands.
They have to have a permit or something?
Yeah, and then you got to move it, and then you got to put it back. It's chaos.
Okay.
If you have a cactus, you need to move. I don't know if anyone's going to be in that situation. So we see the sunset in the desert. Like, it was the best. And our driver, Cam, she was awesome. She told us that she was like, do you guys want to hear like more facts? Because I guess people go on these things as bachelorette parties, and they're just like, sunset photos. Blah. We were like, yeah. So we're asking.
Oh, so you had a fact crew? Like, people wanted to learn things?
I was like, who harvests the fruit? Like, we were asking all this stuff. And by the end of the trip, she told us that we were probably one of her smarter groups that she's ever had.
Okay.
And I was like, is she just telling us that because we got about to tip her?
I feel like she says that to you like parents tell their little kids, like, oh, you're the smartest little boy in this class.
We were smart. Well, that was the end of the smart, actually. Because then we went to some like dive bar where we had some food, and I decided to order, and I was this close to taking it home because I took it back to the Airbnb. It was a Patron bottle.
Oh, I saw you post a picture with that.
I did. It's on my Instagram. I forgot I don't even remember posting it. and it was like a slush Patron.
But it looked like a Patron bottle
So
itself.
2 buzz balls. Now I'm having a tequila slushy. Then these guys come over who there was no like level of they're trying to hook up with us ever. They were just super nice. One looked like Greg T, and he asked us, we were all wearing beanies. He said, if you can tell me what we call those in Canada, I'll buy you a shot.
Okay.
Do you know?
What do they call a beanie in Canada? Oh man.
I don't.
I don't remember.
A toque. I thought it was a
Was
toque.
it? I thought that was a question that we had at the Canadian wedding that we went to.
So, Sam's friend Kate got it. So we got a round of green tea shots.
Cool.
Then his other friend comes over who's blackout drunk. His name was Jeff. He kept stealing Sam's drink. And he...
Was it their bachelor party?
He kept yelling... No, just a golf trip. He kept yelling ELE, which stands for Everybody Loves Everybody. And I was like, no, dude, it's YLG. And I put a sticker on him.
That's funny.
However, I'm now going to take ELE and make it a new brand. So then, for some reason, we get 2 more rounds of green tea shots. And then I was like, I got to get out of here. I go back. I was dressed like Sam night. So we start putting our outfits on. We dressed like the bride when you met them.
Okay, that was a cool little thing, and it's something you
should
can
I have
only
sent
do
you
with
that?
Someone
like Sam.
It's something you can only do with someone like Sam, who has looked so different and had different hairstyles, different clothing styles, all of that. You can only really do the dress like the bride when you met them with someone like Sam.
Yeah, because she just looks different at every...
And mostly because everyone else is just a basic bitch compared to Sam.
I know, you really couldn't dress like me when you met me. I just would look always the same, maybe pink hair.
With me, it would be, if it was like dressed like the Bachelor or whatever, you would just have to change your hairstyle and your facial hair all the time. Like, because I've had a mohawk,
you could be like, yo,
long hair,
like someone met you now, you'd be the battery daddy.
I would not be the I mean, no one is allowed to take the battery daddy from me. Thank you, Merrick, for the hydrate reminder. Sam, if you feel like calling in, you're more than welcome. What you typing in there?
The phone number.
Well, Sam could also call me and I could put it through Bluetooth.
Yeah, Gothic Sam met Baby Sam. Also met Rachel Maddow Sam. It was a weird moment.
Okay, so
during this night, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember much of this part.
Okay.
Like, I vaguely remember it. I stopped drinking, I think, when we got back to the house. And someone at the party had edible cookies.
Sam did. You just said Sam.
No, I was going to say Sam's. It could have been a friend, anything, cousin, whoever.
All right, Sam is going to call me eventually.
And I decided to have said cookie. And then someone else gave me a half of another.
Special cookie?
It was that was like a thing they bought at the store. It was like like 1.5 milligrams. It was like nothing.
Okay.
But guess whose body did not like any of that? I started going to full-blown panic attack. And everyone was sleeping except for like 2 people. And I was like, I need to get to urgent care now. And I was on you need to take me to urgent care. I'm dying.
Really? I didn't know any about any of this.
I know. Colleen's like, do you want me to call Anthony? And I was like,
what am I going to do?
No. She's like, but if you're dying, do you want me to call him? And I kept saying no. She's like, you realize the next day, she was like, you realize you thought you were dying. You didn't want to say goodbye to Anthony.
It's fine.
To the point, truly, for the first time in my life, was scared to die because that's how close I thought it was. I was like, this is my last night on earth. I was like in my head that I was dying. I did not feel sick. I just thought I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
I get up. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I'm going to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen sink and the exorcism happened.
Oh, boy.
I threw up an entire kitchen sink's worth of liquid.
Sam? Hello?
Hi.
All right. Good morning, Sam.
Morning.
How you feeling this morning?
Bloated and like I'm made of salt.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Sam is obviously one of our best friends in the whole wide world.
Yep.
We met her working for Elvis Duran in the morning show, where she still works. And she is the one getting married the day after Thanksgiving.
She's getting married in 18 days.
Oh, my God.
Let me ask you this, Sam. Do you still want to get married?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Of all of these things, William is not the scary part. It's me, and my friends, and the planning leading up to. Everything else is horrifying.
Okay. And were you part of Carla Marie almost dying on Thursday night?
She was sleeping.
I was in bed, passed out like a normal messed up person. By that point, I learned so much the next morning. So wait, where in the story are you, Carla?
That I
Marie?
just vomited my whole life into the sink. And what happened was there were two, like it was kind of like two sinks. It was a divided sink.
Mhm.
And turns out I threw up in the sink that didn't have the garbage disposal drain. It was just kind of like
Mm.
a webbed drain, I guess, if you will. So Sam's sister, Dominique, who I owe my whole life, was just like, I'll clean it. And she said she just bagged her hand and kept scooping it into
Nope.
the other sink. Like she said she was laughing.
I would be
Yeah.
throwing up the whole time.
So
Same, but Dominique would have been too. I think what happened is she became a mom 3 months ago, and now nothing is gross to her.
Oh, because now she's like elbow
Yeah.
deep in poop normally.
I owe her.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning and was like, oh crap, I need to go clean the sink. And I went out there and it was spotless.
Well, shout out
Did
to
you-
Sarah, who just subscribed with Prime. Sorry,
Oh.
Sam, what were you saying?
Oh, I asked Carla Marie. I want to know if she told everyone the request she kept making over and over.
Oh, what would that request be?
You were apparently, and again, I was fast asleep, feeling so horrible that you just perfectly leveled, kept saying, I think I need to go to urgent
Yeah,
care.
yeah, I
yeah.
did say that. Yeah, and Colleen was like, but what are they going to do? I was like, give me an IV. It was bad. I'll tell you what, I never want to be that level ever again. It was one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, what did I post on my story last night? Nothing. I don't know where my phone was this whole weekend. I don't know. But I will never, I can promise you, do that ever again in my life.
The moral of this story is never take anything my sister gives you.
Oh, well, I
Farrah
guess
is
we're-
reckless. She is the joke of the night where have you been victimized by Farrah Capolino? You might be entitled to
Wait,
compensation.
Yeah.
which is the sister that I played beer pong against that one night?
Probably Farrah.
Who do you think? Of
It
course
was-
it's
it was
the same
Farrah,
She's
right?
a
one.
maniac.
So
It was Farrah.
I will say this. I think probably in the last 10 years of my life, one of the top 3, maybe actual top drunkest nights, other than maybe the fact where I fell asleep at a strip club, was a night where I ended up playing beer pong on our roof in Jersey City with Sam's sister, Farrah. She beat me like 4 games in a row or something. And as I kept getting more and more drunk, I kept making more and more wild propositions
Yeah.
about bets, like how many shots I would take of Bacardi, because we used to have like 20
Yeah,
bottles of
this-
Bacardi in the house. And by the time I actually went out, my friend Rob came over. We were supposed to go to a place called Surf City in Jersey City. I got out of the cab, fell to the ground,
That's
and
right.
and the cab basically brought me right back. But I was at that point locked out of the apartment because everyone had left. I slept on the roof, then somehow got back into my Jeep and slept in the back seat of my Jeep, and then woke up the next morning and threw up on our street, and then
Yep.
spent the rest of the day sleeping.
Okay, well, you are
And then my
entitled to-
friend Amanda went to make you a Bloody Mary, and you said she could go to hell.
Yes,
Well, you are entitled to compensation.
yes, I should be.
Because that's what Farrah will do to you. I'm scared to go to your wedding now.
Farrah's an animal. We should all be scared to go to her wedding, but I think we should all be there.
Sam, what was your favorite part of the weekend? And I don't mean we did Rose and Thorn at the end. I don't mean
Yeah.
favorite part in that sense, like favorite activity.
I think my favorite activity might have been the Disney Night
Yep.
Club. I
Same.
don't think any of us saw that level of party coming. Like, we were in the car on the way over, and we were like, okay, tickets aren't really expensive. So, like, if we get there and it's not our vibe, we'll just go out. We'll go bar hopping. It's all good. Every song that came on, it was either Farrah or Kate said, it's like going to a concert where you hope they play that one song, and they play the beginning of the one song, and you freak out.
Yeah.
That was every song
Every
that
song.
came on.
Carla Marie, explain this Disney night, and I want to pull up a message from Texas Chris. I don't know if you heard me before, Sam, when I said, because we were talking about the everyone dressed like Sam when you met her portion
Yep.
of the bachelorette
That was
party,
awesome.
and I said it's something you can only do with someone like Sam, because everyone compared to Sam is a basic bitch, and he said everyone compared to Sam being a basic bitch is the nicest thing Anthony has ever said to Sam.
I love that. I treasure that. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So
It's true. You could spin it into an insult, but I refuse to look at it that way.
no, it's not. So Disney night, it's called Be Our Guest. It's very much like emo night,
Mhm.
but all either Disney songs. They even did some like All That played the theme song to All That, like 90s
This is
Nickelodeon.
all
There was a
that-
bit of that, but I would say it was like 90% more than that Disney songs.
Okay.
And a lot of people in the crowd dressed up as their favorite characters. We went in all neon outfits, and they opened up with Circle of Life, which was, you expected it. We're like, all right, this is cool. And then it was just constant, like, when I tell you I was so sore the next day from flinging my body around, it was so much fun. I went on stage with Sam's sister Farrah and her friend Kate, who did a performance of what song from Mulan? What was it?
Mulan, somehow I'll make a man
I'll make
out
a man
of
out of
you.
you. Yeah.
And to the point where people were going up to Kate afterwards, being like, that was such a moving performance.
Is that your friend that was a professional like dancer or Broadway dancer?
Not
or
the
something?
Rockette, but she was a dancer, right?
Oh, okay.
Rocket. I have a lot of talented friends. Yeah, not the Rocket. She was like a choreographer, and she is a fitness instructor and like, the dance
Yeah.
kind of fitness world. So she just whipped out moves. She took over the entire crowd. I felt like I was screaming for one of the Beatles. Like
Yes.
I lost myself watching her up there. It was so exciting.
It was so cool. And there was a man, there was only one man dressed as Aladdin in the whole place. And Anthony, you would put him to shame as Aladdin.
I probably would have to shave this beard though.
Yeah. Also, no offense to the Be Our Guest people. I mean, they put on a great show, but like they literally just hit a playlist.
Yeah.
And no, but not even like emo night. When I tell you, I went up to the man with the microphone and I said, I was on stage, I was like, hey, can you shout out our friend Sam? We're here for her bachelorette party. And he goes, Bubba, what do I say?
Oh.
And I go, just say, congratulations to Sam here for her bachelorette party. And he thought Kate on stage was Sam.
That's
So
funny.
after Kate performed, he's like, give it up for Sam here for her bachelorette party. I was like, Anthony and I would own this.
So the question from Vicky in the chat is this everywhere? Because it looked so much fun
They
on your
are.
stories.
It's called Be Our Guest. They're in New York. They're in Nashville. They're in a bunch of places coming up, not Seattle.
Nothing ever comes out here.
She's coming out of the phone. That's why.
Oh, did she?
Sorry, hold on, Sam.
That's weird. It disconnected from Bluetooth. Is my phone freaking out?
Hold, Sam. Anyway, let me tell you what. I kept screaming, not my Aladdin.
Huh.
We were like true, like what I imagine it was like at a Spice Girls concert if you were 21. That's what it felt like.
Hold on. For some reason.
Ashley, you said nothing is ever here. Where are you? Are you in Seattle? Emo Night's here all the time.
Yeah, that's like the only one that comes up here. Sam, don't go anywhere.
It's really hard to get to. Like, well, unless you're going to go to Portland after. Most cities that people go to for performances and concerts is because there is another city right there.
Samantha?
Hello.
Oh, there we
and
go.
she's in one ear.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened.
Anything you were saying after I started talking about Anthony as Aladdin, we don't know.
Oh yeah. So then, do you remember we started like theoretically planning what we would do for a bachelorette party for you, Carla Marie, and you're like, we gotta like that. You pointed to him on stage. You're like, we have to hire someone like him. We have to hire like a stripper Aladdin. And I said, no, that's disrespectful to my Anthony. We got to go opposite. I need to hire you a stripper from like the movie Brave.
yeah.
Oh my God. When you just said that, I didn't remember any of this until you just kept saying the Brave part. And I remember being like, I don't even know
I'm
that.
like,
I
what's
think
the
your best-
This is Disney movie.
I think your best bet is like a Gaston stripper.
No.
He'd be a good Gaston.
Why?
Because Gaston, he's like a little bit evil. He's jacked. Like that's the stripper.
They
that-
can't hear her.
You can't hear Sam. It's coming through.
Oh, but so some people can only hear her in one ear. So if they don't have,
All right.
oh, well, this is just,
Well, you know what,
unfortunate.
Sam? We're gonna let you go then because
Okay,
for
goodbye,
some
Sam.
reason it just stopped working.
I'll do diligence telling the rest of the story.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I'll watch. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. So as
That was
Sam
weird.
was saying, apparently for some reason we started talking about my bachelor party at Sam's bachelor party, which seems rude, but we were. And I was saying they would have to hire me an Aladdin stripper
Mhm.
because you are Aladdin. And Sam was like, no, we would have to go polar opposite of Anthony and hire someone that was from
I
like the
agree.
movie Brave. And then you said you would like there to be a guest.
No, I think if you said you have to pick a male stripper that resembled a Disney character, Gaston probably is the best one, right? He's like really in shape. That's his whole thing. He's a little bit evil.
I don't know.
I feel like he'd be
I don't know.
He'd be the best one there.
He'd be like the douchiest stripper.
I mean, Oh, Hercules is also a good one.
But
Very good
I'm not
call,
attracted
Sonali.
to those guys. I'm attracted to Aladdin.
Okay,
Okay,
then who
so
would you pick then?
Aladdin.
Okay.
Hello.
You'd pick the street rat? And plus, he's already half naked.
I know. It was so funny seeing this guy on stage in his little vest.
You know what's interesting is, and I know that obviously Jasmine is the princess in the movie, in Aladdin. But when you go through all of the movies, Aladdin's the only one named after
A boy.
a boy. And really, the
movie's about
movie's
him.
about him.
Yeah.
It's not really about Aladdin. So is Aladdin the first male Disney princess?
Well, he's a Disney prince.
A Disney prince. Right?
Well, I mean, what other
Like
one?
Jasmine is a support character in Aladdin's story. She's a huge character, obviously,
Yeah.
but just like Beast is a huge character in Beauty and the Beast.
Is Beauty and the Beast about Belle or the Beast?
Well, it starts with Belle.
But it's
It
not
tells
really
the story
a
of the Beast.
Yeah, it's not really about a coming of age or like the idea of Disney is everything is like a coming of age, essentially, right? It's not a coming of age of Belle. She makes some shitty decisions in that movie.
Well, I think because, and the title says it right there, right? It's like a 50-50 story. It's Beauty and the Beast. It's the story of both of them. Aladdin wouldn't have been a real prince without Jasmine. That's 100% correct. But also, like, what is it? Sleeping Beauty? No. Rapunzel.
Yes. It's about Rapunzel.
But no, I'm sorry. Cinderella's the one I'm thinking of. She doesn't become like a princess caliber
her-
person until she gets Prince Charming.
Yeah, I don't remember. I those movies are too triggering. I can't watch them. Okay.
Oh, Hunchback. Good one.
I was going to
That's
say
about
that.
a hunchback.
What's Hercules about?
Hercules.
I don't think I've seen it.
But Aladdin was before both of them, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But good call, everyone.
Okay, so I was ready. Okay, so Disney night happens. Wake up the next day. Saturday we did a pool party, but it was like cold
At the house or somewhere else?
at the house. It was
Okay.
like warm in the sun, which was nice. So we hung out. We actually all took a nap, which was much needed. And then we each made cocktails based on a certain color. So we all picked a color and you made a colorful cocktail. Mine was purple and I named it the Purple Penis Eater. And I used Art of Sucra cotton candy glitter bombs to make them purple. They were a hit. I would say my favorite was the Dirty Shirley.
So a Shirley Temple with vodka?
So good.
Yeah.
So we had like 49 different cocktails to have because everyone made 7 before we went to dinner. And then we went to dinner at a place called Sumo Maya. And it's like one of the top rated restaurants to go to there. And it was so, so good. And then afterwards, we went to a gay bar that had male go-go dancers. And that was so much fun. We were like, that guy has 16 abs. Look at that one's butt. And we were like totally like objectifying these men. Like it wasn't like they were far away. It wasn't like, woo, you weren't yelling at them. But us as a group were like, damn, they're so hot. Look at that one. Look at his butt. Wow, look at those. And we're like, wow, we're dudes. This is awesome.
I mean, I'd assume that for the guys getting up there and dancing and waving their wieners around and stuff, like
They weren't really waving their wieners. You kept saying that in the group chat.
I don't know.
Because one of them looked like John Camucci and it was throwing me off. But I had 2 $5 bills in my purse, and as we were about to leave, I gave them to Sam's sister. I was like, go give them to your 2 favorite strippers. Like I was...
Like her aunt?
That's what Sam just said. Carla became Auntie Carla Tafera. And I sent her to one man, and she put the money... I don't even know if she put it in his G-string. And he was like, thank you, and hugged her from the stage. And then the other one, she like patted him on. It was the most awkward, best thing I've ever witnessed. And we're going to talk more about that a little later on when we get to Oops, Wrong Text.
All right. Well, back from the bachelorette party, we got through that $1.9 billion Powerball jackpot, which means we are definitely getting tickets again. And at this point, I'm probably going to lose like $100 trying to chase this Powerball.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just want to have a shot. Because every time I go, I get $10 or $20 worth of tickets.
I'll take $1 million. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'll take $1 million too. And in the past drawing, the one on Saturday, there were 16 different $1 million winners across the country.
I think that's fair.
There was one $2 million winner in Kentucky. And none of the winners that I've tracked so far have been from the state of Washington.
So it's only it's coming.
At
There was a
some
New Jersey
point,
winner, I
There were
thought.
a couple. New York, New Jersey hit.
Arizona.
Florida hit. Arizona hit. But there's not been a Washington winner yet. So, I mean, odds are, right? It's got to happen at some point. 45 out of the 45 states available, Washington's got to hit at least $1 million in one of the drawings.
One would hope. But like in my mind, I'm like, what are the odds that this little convenience store here in Ballard is going to be the one?
It could be a little convenience store anywhere. Gas station, 7-Eleven.
Are we sure they're even doing the right thing here? That lady was really confused when we asked for Powerball tickets.
I think I might pick, maybe I'll get like 3 tickets here and then maybe like another ticket somewhere else and kind of.
Does Fred Meyer have it?
I don't think so,
That's my place.
but maybe. 7-Eleven does.
I know.
Almost every gas station.
Last time, remember when I had a dream about numbers? It wasn't like the big Powerball time. I just had a dream about numbers, and I had to call my dad. I was like, I had a dream about like these 3 numbers, whatever it was. How do I play the lottery? I went to Safeway, and then I was like, wait a minute. I didn't do this number or something, and then I went to the convenience store, and then I realized I didn't do something else, so I went to 7-Eleven.
This is all a dream.
No, this was real life.
Oh, okay.
I went to 3 different places the same day to buy lottery tickets. Like I was some psychopath degenerate.
But also we have some pictures from the weekend that we got to bring up. So I'll bring up this one first, Carla Marie.
Yes. So I got to meet Des in real life.
Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you.
Oh, I was like, was I not supposed to say this?
No.
So confused.
Nope.
Des, well, actually, no, we met in real life at Stagecoach. But Des is Angela in Spokane's daughter, and she lives in the Scottsdale area. And if you've ever stayed in an Airbnb, you know that you can't have things left over in your house. If you do, they fine you if you leave things behind. So it was like a mad dash yesterday. We had like White Claws, stuff like that left over. Like, who do we get them to? And I immediately messaged Angela and Des. I was like, I got to get in touch with Des. So we were able to meet up outside of Scottsdale. I don't even know where we were. And we gave her some, it was just Colleen and I at that point.
Just
But we
alcohol?
gave her some alcohol, a loaf of bread. For
A
some
loaf
reason, we
of
had
bread?
an unopened loaf of bread. I was like, I hope you can make some PB&J. And yeah, that was it. But also, Des, do you go by Des or Desi?
Oh, she's in here.
Because you did say Desi at one point. Not that she was talking about herself in third person, but she was like, my mom messaged me and was like, Desi, you have to whatever. So, both. Okay, good.
And the
So that
next
was fun.
picture that we want to bring up.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
You sent it to me.
we're skipping to this?
Yeah. We'll just go right here because we got the pictures up as it is.
I was flying yesterday on Delta, and I went to the bathroom, and to my surprise, there was a window in there.
Was there a baby changing station?
Yes, it's on the side. I
Okay.
checked. There and Alaska, the last flight. I also have been noting this. I'm glad you brought that up.
So what airline was this that has
This was
the
Delta. It was a newer plane, but it was also a 3-seater and a 2-seater. I don't know what, like Boeing, whatever. I have no idea.
Oh yeah. No
but
one cares.
But I was actually so mad that it was nighttime when I realized it. I don't
Yeah.
know if both bathrooms had it because I did use the other side.
I don't know if I've ever been on a plane with a bathroom window.
Well, you have to think about it. The only time anyone's ever going to see you is if you're using the bathroom.
Oh no, I'm not worried about anyone seeing in.
Is if you're using the bathroom when you're on the ground, which you really can only do in the beginning, and you can put the thing down.
Yeah, of course.
But it reminds me of like on the cruise, the bathroom like is
Yeah.
completely glass, and you're showering and everything, pooping right there.
Yeah, but there's usually no one else near you, which is the benefit there. But let's see. Ashley said, I'm flying Delta for the first time to LAX in December. I usually fly Alaska.
Well, hopefully you get this. When I sent this in the group chat, Sam was like, is that on purpose or was that supposed to be a seat and they realized they forgot to put a bathroom? But yeah, that was interesting. I did enjoy it. Like the flush button is right there at the sink. So you're not like leaning over or anything. I was a fan of this bathroom setup.
You know, I think the one problem I have with airplane bathrooms is sometimes, especially as a slightly taller person, you feel a little claustrophobic in there.
I wouldn't know
And,
about
and
that.
I wonder if having that window open relieves some of that claustrophobic feeling
Well, now I'm going to be
because now you can
claustrophobic.
see outside.
Do they have fans blowing in there?
I'm sure that they've
Little
got to.
poopicles. You're just like going in a room with poopicles
I
floating
mean,
around.
they, just like the rest of the plane, have to have some sort of air circulation
Yeah.
system. I don't know.
Speaking of pooping on a plane.
Hold on. Tacoma Swifty said, I love flying both Delta and Alaska. I will say Alaska is, without a doubt, my favorite airline, especially when you live in Seattle because
Yeah.
most of the flights out of here are Alaska. And Delta is number 2 for me.
Yeah. Speaking of number 2. So I sit on the plane yesterday, and I have the aisle. I'm in the row of 2. I have the aisle seat, and this guy comes walking on. He's like, "Oh, I'm sitting there," and I was like, "Okay, just a heads up, there's no more room back here for luggage. You're gonna have to go back because they weren't." And he's like, "Oh crap!" So he went. I get up, I let him in, and he was like, I could tell he was a chatty guy, and I'm like, "Dude, you don't know the weekend. I don't want to talk to you." He sits down. He's like, "Thank you so much." I was like, "Oh," because I like got up for him. I was like, "Oh, good." He goes, "I'm just gonna have to go poop in like a minute or two." So, and I was like, I go, "Whatever you need, dude."
That's so weird.
And he goes, "I'm just kidding."
It's still weird. Like, you don't know this person.
Who says that?
Yeah, that is a weird thing to say.
I was so mad. I was like, I wish I responded with, "Oh, that's actually why I sat in the aisle. I got to poop too." Like, who says that? I've never in my life.
How old was this person?
30,
Okay.
28 maybe.
I mean, if maybe that was his way of flirting. It's a weird way to
Well,
flirt.
I thought that. And then I think he was in the military because I could tell, like, he had, I mean, it could be anything, but whatever he was wearing reminded me of, like, a military shirt. And then he was watching a military movie. I don't know which one. And I was like, and I'm just sitting there watching the Seahawks game and like, ugh! And I was so, he had many opportunities to be like, "Oh, you like the Seahawks? Oh, this." Like,
Yeah.
he clearly wasn't trying to flirt with me. The poop thing, I think he was socially awkward. I don't know.
Could have been.
He never pooped. He never peed.
Well, it's a pretty short flight.
I
3
went
hours?
twice.
How long is that flight? A little more than 3 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely times, even on like the flight to Jersey, there's been a handful that I haven't gone to the bathroom on. If you empty out your system before you get on the plane,
On the
you're
way
good.
there, I didn't. And I didn't do that either. I slept the whole flight, which I don't know last time that's happened.
Yeah, Lisa said it sounds like a bad dad joke that he was trying to make.
I was
I don't
just, I literally texted it to myself immediately so that I didn't forget to talk about it on the show. I did text myself something else. What else?
All right, so, wrong screen there.
Oops, wrong text.
Yes, oops, wrong text is what we got next. So explain this, Carla Marie. This is from the weekend as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have the text ready to go. So my mom's best friend, who has been her best friend my whole life, is gay. So he's like essentially a gunkle to me. And I was like, "Oh my God, he would love this so much." So I took a stripper. Took a picture of one of the go-go dancers, the male go-go dancers, and I texted it to him, and I just said, "In Scottsdale."
Okay.
Except it wasn't to him.
What's his name?
Rudy.
Was it my cousin Rudy? So you sent my cousin Rudy a picture of a male stripper. Was it like butt cheeks or was it like package? Oh, it was a little front, it was like kind of like a profile. So you get a little bit of the side cheek and a little bit of package.
Luckily, Rudy's the best. He's also our lawyer. Like, he's amazing. So he goes, "Almost naked dude pics from a bachelorette party on a Saturday night with the time change coming. At least send full dick pics. My future cousin-in-law. Come on now." And I was like, "Oh my God." I said, "That was for my mom's gay friend, Rudy. It's Sam's bachelorette," because he knows Sam.
Yeah.
He goes, don't tease next time." And then I sent a selfie of Sam and I, and he said, "Take good care of Sam. I like her a lot." And then he said, "Have fun. Drink lots of water. Helps with hangovers."
Did you drink lots of water?
I did, actually. I've been chugging the water. I was like mortified for one total second. And I was like, there was no better person I could have done that to.
Let's see. So it's Meg, not Megan, said, "I have a funny oops wrong text from a bachelorette party as well. My friend flashed us her panties, and another friend took a picture. The bride asked for her to send the pic, but the friend had an old number and sent it to a young guy who asked for more pics."
I just realized that someone was texting me saying they were someone from Tinder. "Is this Chelsea?" And I was like, "No." And then I sent a photo that looks like a sexual photo, but it's really just a piece of meat.
Okay.
I was sending that. I should not be allowed to be in communication with people.
If the second I don't recognize a number and if they don't introduce themselves right
know.
away, I just delete it
Yeah.
and I don't, because
But
I don't know
was
what
drunk.
scammers are out there. I'm not trying to mess with anyone. Also, I just don't like when people I feel like an unsolicited text is the most invasive of all. Like we've been used to spam emails, right?
Yeah.
We've been used to spam phone calls that used to happen when there was just home lines or house lines. But the spam text or like the fraudulent text, that's in my mind the most invasive.
No, I completely agree, but I also think that there is someone from my past that gives out my phone number to
Could be.
people they don't want to talk to.
It's very possible. Let's see. Ashley said I've drunk texted my therapist.
And that's the thing. I don't go out of my way to like. I don't emotionally drunk text. These were
yeah.
like stupid.
Yeah, just a mistake, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that you sent that picture to Rudy, though. Yeah. If there's anyone you're going to send a good picture of a male stripper to, it's my cousin Rudy. Also, where was it? I don't know if we have enough time again to
Also, do you know how hard it is to? That was funny. I didn't mean to say that after the go-go thing. For something like that to happen, then not immediately tell you. I had to wait.
Oh, I'm happy you did. Let's see. We did Mile High Poop. We did Oops Wrong Text. We did the $1.9 billion Powerball jackpot. Carla Marie back from the Bachelorette. Why are you saying
I gotta pee.
Okay, go pee.
Oh, by the way, Sam, this is the sweatshirt she got for all of us. So
go pee.
The wedding date.
Go pee. What is wrong with you?
Oh, it wasn't on purpose.
Oh, I meant to text my friend Emma and accidentally texted my therapist, Emma, says Ashley. That was the text we read earlier. I will say this. For anyone who is like me, and what is she talking about back there? For anyone who is like me and oftentimes finds yourself getting caught up in all of the different notifications on your phone or social media apps or whatever, I started this yesterday. So we'll see if it continues. But with Android phones, and I've got to believe that Apple has this as well, there's a thing called focus mode. And focus mode is unlike Do Not Disturb because it doesn't turn off all of your sounds or anything like that. Focus mode gives you the opportunity to pick which apps work and give you notifications during its time that it's on. And what I did was I took all my social media apps, put them in the focus mode, like folder, if you will, and only the apps that I use to actually work or work out are available. And what's really cool is, let's say I wanted to pick, let me pick a random one here, Instagram. It'll actually, if you click on the icon, it'll remind you that focus mode is on and Instagram and other distracting apps are paused right now. And it gives you the option to say, okay, which gets you back to the regular focus mode, or use this app for 5 minutes. And it will actually shut the app off once you hit that. Oh, there's a cat. So just a little, I'm going to see how it works this week. But even yesterday, I was on my phone way less thanks to focus mode. And a lot of people in the chat said that Apple does have something. Is it also called focus mode?
Yeah, there's focus mode, but you can choose like different modes that you've created, kind of. I just keep my phone in Do Not Disturb pretty much 99% of the day, so I don't get any notifications. But I see some people saying the app timers. I have all of my apps so Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok essentially set to 1 hour a day because I also use it to post things for what we do. But I wish there was a way to separate like scrolling time
and posting
time, only because I end up using the whole hour scrolling, and then I'm like, oh, ignore for rest of day.
Yeah, and I think once you hit that timer, does it keep telling you? Like, hey, you're still past
No, you
your
can
hour?
say ignore for 15 minutes,
okay.
ignore for.
I got it.
Oh, there it is. Almost pinned it. She ran away from me. I had to get her.
Oh.
It kills me sometimes when I just look at her face, and I did this the other day. I look at her face and I just laugh at how much she looks like her emote. You should be an emoji. They don't have a. Oh, you got gunk on your eye.
I can't figure out how to block that message, or delete it, but whatever. If anyone feels like deleting that person, go for it. What are you doing?
Eye gunk. I did notice that you didn't really pull much out this weekend. Did
Pull
you?
eye gunk out? I didn't really notice a lot of eye gunk. The only one who's usually close enough to me for a long enough time is Max. So, although I will say, Erica was hanging out with me a lot. Caroline was hanging out with me a lot. John, if I was laying down and not moving, John would sit next to me on the couch and stuff, but
He just ran away from me.
the second I moved, he would take off. But I did, and we'll get to, for the third day in a row, we'll actually do this tomorrow, Should Women Ask Out Men,
Skipping it.
and we'll have our phone number on the screen so everyone can hang out and talk about that. But Martha brings up what I wanted to talk about next, was the concert that I went to over the weekend.
Oh, Post Malone.
Post Malone. If you've ever liked any Post Malone songs, go to his show when he's in town or nearby. It is such a good show. It's hits like the whole time.
Really?
Like and I don't think
Does
I
he
realized.
do Candy Paint?
Yes.
Oh,
I love when he
did you think of me?
No, because it's one of my favorite songs by him, so I thought of me.
Did you send me a video?
I did not send you a video.
Candy Paint with the
White on top.
white on top. Do up.
Close.
Oh, did he do
The Jonas Brothers song?
Oh yeah, but what is
Wow. Well,
Wow.
he mentions Jonas Brothers.
no the one
Twice
that
in
I
it.
was singing Wagon.
Oh, G-Wagon.
G-Wagon,
Yeah, that's
G-Wagon.
Wow.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't think it is.
Wow is the song. I will pull up the lyrics right now.
Man, I wish I would have gone.
It was such a good show. And even some of the songs that I didn't think I knew as well. He does the song with Ozzy Osbourne
Oh,
that he has
I
on
forgot
his
about that.
Hollywood is
Yeah.
Bleeding. Hollywood is whatever.
Right there, that's the
um,
album.
Here, let's see. Yeah, see?
Oh yeah, he says 720's bumping Fallout Boy.
Yeah, but before that,
You know, I was talking. Oh, I didn't know that's what he said.
read this part.
Shawty mix up the vodka with the LaCroix. Yeah. G-Wagon, 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 G. We got to bring back Off Keep Free. All the housewives pulling up.
You
I
done?
got a lot of toys. 720's bumping Fallout Boy.
All right, so I went to the show, and the weirdest part, and I mentioned how he did the song with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah. Did Ozzy Osbourne come out?
No, but we went with I can't say we. I went with our friends Matt and Kara, and my other friend Adam was supposed to come, but there was crazy traffic on one of the roads out
Oh,
here.
yeah.
It was going to take him probably close to 2 hours to get from where he lives to the venue, and it just was not worth it. So the three of us go into the show. We had some drinks beforehand, and I turned to Matt at one point, and I don't know what made me think this, but I was like, I feel like he's going to do a Nirvana song at some point
Makes sense.
today. As I finished that sentence, it wasn't Nirvana, but he started
count.
playing the Pearl Jam song, the really sad song.
That sounds like fun concert.
I can't think of any of the words from the song. Oh, where could my
That's Pearl
baby
Jam?
be? The Lord took her, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Last Kiss. Yeah, Pearl Jam.
That's Pearl Jam?
Yeah,
Who covered that?
Post Malone.
No. Before that.
No one.
There was like a song. That
in the early 2000s that came out that was on all the pop radio stations. The saddest song you could possibly
wow,
listen to.
I know Pearl Jam songs.
Yeah.
Should have went to their show.
Yeah, so and he did I think almost
It is
The
a
whole
remake.
song.
Thank you. I knew it.
Wait, Pearl Jam is a remake?
I'm pretty sure there was like a 50s song about this.
I don't know.
It's a doo-wop song. Look up cover.
Last
Everyone's
Kiss.
in the
Okay.
chat saying it, but we can Google.
Last Kiss, Pearl Jam.
No, you just keep Googling.
Yeah.
I'll be
cover?
honest with you. There are people that are bad at Googling things. It's a possibility. And there are people that are really good at Googling things. It's a possibility because I am good and Anthony is bad.
1999, Last Kiss by Pearl Jam. Who covered Post Malone? I guess he's been doing it for a while. Oh, wait.
Wayne Cochran. Yeah.
Wayne Cochran.
But it was made, no, because my
But made
parents used to,
famous
no,
by
but,
Pearl Jam in the 90s.
but that doesn't mean they didn't cover it. My parents used to play this song.
A doo-wop song.
I bet you don't even know. I bet you're singing the Wayne Cochran version.
No, there's not a chance because it used to be played on Z100 all the time, and it was one of the few songs growing up, and this other station doesn't exist anymore. But it was one of the few songs growing up that was played on K-Rock and Z100
All right.
at the same time. I would play the Wayne Cochran version, but then we'd have to like pull it for
Well, we'll just listen to it
On
ourselves
demand.
afterwards.
Wayne Cochran. What else has Wayne Cochran done in his life? Nothing.
All right. So you predicted that he was going to sing Nirvana. You lost your mind because he sang Pearl Jam.
Like right after he finished Pearl Jam, there was like 1 or 2 songs, and I was like, I really hope he does the Ozzy Osbourne song. And as I finished saying that, he started playing the Ozzy Osbourne song.
So you were predicting songs that were happening at a concert for the person
who I was going to see.
Okay.
But like, it was the fact that it was the second I finished each of those statements, the song started.
I was doing that at Disney night.
Let's see, Wayne Cochran. Look at this guy's hair.
He's got cotton candy head. Are you pulling it up?
Yeah, hold on.
Wow.
No one go anywhere
You should be in for Halloween next year.
until you see this picture.
Oh.
The cat keeps hitting me with its tail.
I can't believe that she's laying here. So hold on, let me adjust you. My little.
I need to have a better system for when I want to pull these up.
Oh my goodness. He also looks like, what's his name? The KFC guy, Colonel Sanders. No, there in that photo.
Oh, in the old when he's older, yeah. Sorry,
So
folks,
he's not
give me
alive
one.
anymore. No, 2017. We lost a good one.
I mean, if he was making music in, actually, I can't really say that. Window capture. Here we go. This is what I needed.
He's only 6 years older than my dad. So. Oh yeah, pompadour.
This, everyone, is Wayne Cochran. That's the last kid. You mean to tell me that guy made the song that I like so much? I don't believe it. Look at that hair. Like, was that a common haircut, or was that like
a pompadour?
Isn't that a dog?
No, Billy Joel sings about it.
That was a popular haircut. How do you even get that to work? That looks like, I mean, I could probably imagine like an old lady having that hair. Oh, a pompadour hairstyle.
So you definitely had a pompadour at some point.
No way.
It's an F-boy haircut. So the pompadour was the OG F-boy.
Like, how is this
How
haircut
is that? Yeah.
and this haircut the same thing? How does that make any sense?
That's funny.
That is insane.
Is that his real hair?
The amount of time it probably took to do his hair. Like, look at this.
He looks like Elvis Presley in one of those photos.
I feel like your dad could probably pull off a haircut like that.
He basically has a pompadour.
All right, back to the regularly scheduled program here, which is not regular or scheduled.
It's scheduled.
I mean, it's scheduled to go at 8 o'clock every morning. Well, not even. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Yeah, there's got to be so much hairspray in that. And like a very fine comb as well. Because it looks... You can't really tell the strands of hair when you get to the top. It all looks like it's like a helmet.
Don't.
Has anyone here had hair like that or dated someone with hair like that? Please tell me you did.
Well, I didn't date him.
Fred the Mailman said Freddie Marie has a pimpadour, not a pompadour.
Yeah, Jen, you're right. You can't put a flame near that.
Man, that is some hair. But before we get out of here, any last thoughts, Carla Marie? Because it is getting towards 9 o'clock.
Make sure you guys are hydrating today. It's important.
Your voice sounds much better than it did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I wooed a lot and like after Disney night, I'm surprised because I was like, I'm gonna have to put a montage together of Disney night.
Okay, go for it.
We were belting out the tunes.
Z from NYC, thank you very much for the hydrate reminder. Also, yeah, the real reminder, go out there and vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. And honestly, if I just saw like 80% voter turnout, I'd be pretty happy. It's just with midterm elections and stuff, you usually see pretty low voter turnout.
Why? How is that possible? There are 9,000 TV ads telling you to vote.
I am so excited for Wednesday. I just want to watch TV on Wednesday.
It's still going to be there.
No, why?
Because TV stations forget to turn it off.
Man.
I'll tell you what. I want to know in Arizona, Des, you're going to have to keep me updated. And Monica in Phoenix. If these people are going to go pick up their billboard-sized campaign signs on every corner, there's no rules in Arizona. They don't have little lawn signs. Their signs, I swear, are like this. And they're littered everywhere. So I'm going to vote for whoever promises to pick up their campaign signs.
I don't know how they would let me know their messaging, but if there was a politician who was like, there's going to be no TV ads anymore, I would vote for that person in a second. Because I think it was yesterday when I was watching some football, there were 5, I guess no, 6, because they're usually even, 6 political ads in a row. And it would alternate, right? It would be like, oh, vote for Kim Schreier. This is local, not local, but for our senator. Vote for Kim Schreier. Blah, blah, blah. Tiffany Smiley is the worst. And the next one would be like, Tiffany Smiley is going to save you from everything. She's the best. And then the next one.
And Matt Larkin.
Yeah, Matt Larkin loves his family. You should love him too. And the next one would be like, Matt Larkin loves Marjorie Taylor Greene. He is the devil.
Yeah.
Rah.
And Tiffany Smiley texts me 6 times a day. She texts me more than Anthony does. I can't wait. I'm going to tweet her right now and be like, if you don't stop texting me, bitch.
The absolute worst. And
Fred's right. I'm voting for whichever candidate I've never heard of.
yeah, because you know what? You haven't annoyed
The devil
the
you
hell
don't
out
know
of
might
me.
be better in this situation.
It is the worst. And from a production standpoint, like I look at things, a lot of people make fun of me because I always have this like work brain turned on. I've produced videos. I know what that world is supposed to like look like, and I get it. They play on everyone's fears, right? Every campaign is not about what that politician is going to do for you. It's what the person they're running against makes you most scared of.
JFK would not approve.
Right.
If I'm ever running though, my commercial will be to bash the other people. It'll be like a prescription ad. Side effects of voting for Anthony include.
But you know what? They should hire the next politician that wants to be like a big name. Should hire whoever does Geico's commercials or Allstate's commercials.
It's a lot of
And
money.
just say, hey, make us like a funny commercial that will resonate with people. And we don't need the flames and the B-roll footage of third world countries and all of the other nonsense.
Yeah. 2 things. Someone just said, go up for a second.
Mikey works for Geico. What? How far am I going up?
Something about texting. I forget what it was. I don't even remember what it was.
About election texting?
Yeah. This was it. Martha. My kids listed all of the candidates yesterday, and I asked them how they knew ads on their iPads.
Yep.
But that's like, what?
Probably YouTube.
I guess.
Yeah, because every time I sign on to find something for YouTube now, it's all political ads.
Jess from Minnesota. My 5-year-old walked around repeating voting commercials the other day. I didn't know he paid attention to the ads because they're catchy.
Well, because they're also, I mean, it's redundancy, right? Just like any campaign, if you say it enough times, whether it's true, whether it's not, whether you like it, whether you hate it, if you hear it enough times, you're going to remember it. And yes, it does seem worse this year. And I think it's one of those things that just gets exponentially worse every year.
It's just, I want to be the VO for them, though. It's so bad. So much money, bro.
I just wish, here's why I wish there was a cap on the limit that you could spend and how often you could put messaging in different places. The amount of money that is spent on these campaigns is embarrassing.
I'm looking.
It is, I mean, you're talking about $7 million, $10 million for local candidates. And a lot of that money isn't from local people. There's these national PACs that will then place their money to get their officials elected around the country. So I guess first step would be you can only contribute to the campaign of an elected official who represents where you live. Now, obviously, anyone can contribute to the president's campaign. You know, all of those, the national ones, anyone can contribute to. But I don't think you should be able to put money, like I should not be able to donate to a congressperson in Florida.
But what if it's your cousin?
Sucks.
Did you donate to your cousin?
I did. She was in Massachusetts.
Well, then you go to jail.
It wasn't a lot of money. I didn't have a job. Oh, no, I did have a job at the time.
I have a job. Like, this is the one Tiffany Smiley texted me yesterday.
Oh, what did she text you? How bad is Patty Murray?
Oh, it's Tiffany Smiley. I need you to know that when Washington was facing a baby formula crisis, Senator Murray took money from lobbyists instead of holding the corporations accountable. At a time when parents across our state couldn't feed their babies, Patty Patty Murray cozied up with Washington, D.C. elites. If Patty Murray can't do the job, then I will. Patty Murray works for Washington, D.C., and I will work for Washington State. Washingtonians are ready for a change. I need your vote. But what are you going to do?
Well, here's the funny thing.
Gonna do?
Here's the funny thing. And again, we're not telling you to vote for Tiffany Smiley or Patty Murray. Whatever you feel, whatever your heart tells you to do, go do that thing. But here's the interesting thing. If you're going to tell me that someone else can't do their job, you can't follow it up with, but I can, and have no credentials to do it. Like, just tell me why you can do the job.
I'm telling you that.
Just because someone else can't, like, if I got really mad at Aaron Judge for striking out 8 times in the first 2 games of the ALCS, I would never be like, you should put me there. Aaron Judge can't hit. You should put me there.
Right.
I can't hit. I haven't played baseball since freshman year of high school.
Like, why should I put you there? Let me tell you
man.
what. There was something I was going to say that was going to be really amazing, and I forgot it. I guess we'll never know.
It probably wasn't that amazing. But here's the good news. At least on Wednesday, hopefully when we watch TV, there won't be a ton of political ads screaming that the world is going to end.
Fred said, if my mom sent me a text that long, I'd toss her ass out a window, let alone some random politician. Like, exactly. Also, Donald Trump Jr. texts me all the time, and he is very desperate, that man.
Who's giving your number to these people?
I don't know. I don't know. But Donald Trump Jr. is like, help, my dad needs you. Like, it's literally like, I'm like, what?
It is weird.
And when I just see the text and see that it's not from, I'm like, dude,
also,
help him yourself.
I'll be fair. If Hunter Biden was texting me saying, help, my dad needs you, I'd be like, dude, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Go do your job. Oh, man.
Aaron Judge is married?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, why?
No, we talked about it was his girlfriend.
Oh, maybe long-term girlfriend? I don't know. There was something else here. Fajita said, this will be my first time voting in the midterms. And my husband's first time voting ever.
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome. It's good to see participation levels go up.
He got married last year. God damn it. Who is this chick?
Let's see. I've tried to reply stop and it gets worse. And this is where, I don't know if government oversight is always the best thing, but there should be some sort of repercussion.
Prison time.
For texting people who don't want you to text
Everything
them
is
from a business or political account.
Oh, I'm now stalking Aaron Judge's girlfriend.
All right. Well, we are getting out of here. Also, Ashley said first year voting.
Cool.
Everyone get out there
I'm
and
gonna
vote.
go do mine right now.
In most states, as long as you have registered already, you're fine. And in some states, like Utah, I know, you can actually register and vote on the same day up until election day. So
I think Washington do.
I don't think it's Washington.
Wendy, don't make me come to Brooklyn and smack you.
I don't know if it matters for Wendy because I don't know if in New York you probably have to be registered
But
ahead of
still,
time.
hello?
Either way, register if you can, vote if you are registered, and we will see you tomorrow on the day where everyone's going to tell you the world is going to end if you don't vote for them.
What is it? Leslie Knope? Vote for her.
Peace out.